Welcome to my latest video in the Making Your Business Less Dependent on You series based on the book of the same name. Last week, I talked about your ultimate destination and selling out to a third party. Now you've got the end in mind, let's get started on this journey. Now, I don't know what your week looks like. You may be the most organized, structured human being on the planet. If you are, congratulations. Hopefully, I will reaffirm some of your thinking in this video. But most business owners are not like that. Most of us suffer from a mild form of ADHD. I'm not diminishing the symptoms of ADHD, which I know can be debilitating and make life incredibly challenging. But the three symptoms of ADHD are, firstly, difficulty sustaining attention, following through on tasks, organising activities, and avoiding distractions. The last of those is pretty difficult these days when this thing intrudes on our life so much. The second thing is hyperactivity, including an inability to relax in situations where it is expected. If you're a business owner, it's hard to suddenly slow down because it's the weekend or a holiday. By the time you've chilled out, it's time to get back to work. Lastly, impulsivity. As a business owner, you get used to making decisions quickly because people need answers from you, but that can easily slip into making rash decisions. I've seen it many times. It sounds a lot like me and a lot of my clients when we were younger, of course. Many people who run businesses are often guilty of opening up a new front when things get quiet, and then finding themselves drowning in too many projects or responsibilities. And when the tide turns against you, it's really hard to swim against it. If you play sport of some kind, you know that feeling. You've lost lots of points in a row, or your team that was winning has just conceded 3 goals and is now behind. Maybe you're on the golf course and you've had 4 bad holes consecutively. The momentum is against you. This happens in our businesses as well. At one point, we were on top of things. Happy customers, great KPIs, an inbox under control. Everything going in the right direction. And then a few bits of work got too big for us and we got a little bit behind. Now it feels like everyone is putting us under pressure. Mr. Overwhelm is just around the corner. Any good sports coach will tell you that in that situation, you need to reset. It's quite hard to do because you've got so many things going on in your head that you don't have the time. Or maybe you just think you don't have the time for that reset. I have at least one reset every week, and I've been doing this for over 30 years. As your business progresses and you develop many of the techniques I'm going to talk about in these videos, you will see you get a better balance to your day. The technique I developed earlier in my career came from watching a partner in the firm that I trained with slowly drown under the weight of his work. There are a lot of reasons this happened to him. First of all, he was really good with new clients and he gave great advice, so people were always recommending him. But alongside that, he didn't trust others in the firm to do some of the work that he generated. And even when he did, he felt he had to check it. As a result, the work started to build up. And then deadlines got missed and client expectations weren't being met. Now he was spending part of his day fending off unhappy customers. As a result, he had even less time to catch up. Along the way, I left to join another firm, but I kept in touch with some of my old colleagues, and I also had a few clients and referral sources that had followed me. I heard that he had been pushed out of the firm and was now working for himself. One of his clients' companies got struck off the register at Companies House because he hadn't filed accounts for them. Their bank account was frozen, and they came to me to sort it all out. I was always determined not to fall into that trap. Our lives revolve around 7 days. For some, that's Monday to Sunday, but I prefer to think of the week as Saturday to Friday. My first critical bit of advice is that you need to select one time during the week when you have a weekly reset. If you're always busy, I don't think this can be anywhere between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. on a Monday to Friday. The probability is that there will be too many interruptions during that time. For me, my reset time was and still is Saturday morning. Now, that might not be possible for you. There might be football or netball matches that you've got to take the kids to or other family commitments. It doesn't have to be Saturday morning. It could be Sunday evening or 6 a.m. on Monday morning, but you need at least 2 hours. Inform your loved ones that during those 2 hours, the door is shut and there are to be no interruptions. 2 precious hours. Next week, I'm going to tell you what you need to do in those 2 precious hours.